I'm ready when you are, partner.
All right, kids. Sorry about that. Well, welcome back to Chair League. And we have for you guys a special tournament this weekend. It's been a while, huh? But we have the Holiday Cheer Extravaganza coming out from the man himself, Super Jova, setting up a round or 61 teams this weekend. And with me, as always, is my co-caster, New Type. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Synth. Got a nice cold brew here with me, and we are ready for a nice, cozy weekend tournament here. As you mentioned, we had a pretty staggering 61 teams show up to contend. Players of all skill levels looking for that $20 BattleNet gift card that's actually on the line. We're up in the ante. We're up in the stakes here in Chair League, but it's gonna be a fun day. We got stuff booked all day here. We personally have matches for the next 3 hours, 4 hours almost, if I'm not mistaken. This should be an entertaining day here. We got Brawls Deep versus USC coming up next in a very quick best of one on, drum roll please. What's our map going to be here tonight, Sid?
It looks like it's going to be Towers of Doom as the first match of this best of three.
Mm-hmm.
And we have some old favorites here with us. Two-time Chair League winner, like outright Pro Division winner, Brawls Deep, against USC here.
The undefeated Brawls Deep, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think have they ever. I know they've never lost a set. Have they ever lost a map?
They've lost maps. They've lost maps.
I'm overhyping this, but Brawls Deep, one of the premier teams versus USC, another very strong team here in Chair League. This is going to be super duper fun. It looks like we've been DC'd.
Oh, god damn it.
Dude, what's going on with OBS?
I'd have no idea. I don't get this problem like with any other casts I do. You know what? I'm going to downgrade our video stream.
Do it.
All right, we should be back. Alrighty, still waiting on a few members of the teams to show up or to finish out the lobby here.
So how's it going, Synth? It's been a while since we've done a Chair League cast. We're technically in the off season here.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a rough couple of weeks with it's gotten cold out and
it's snowy.
Yeah.
I've actually had my internet has actually started coming and going because of the snow. It hasn't done this recently. It's gotten better recently, but a couple nights back it was just miserable for like 3 straight hours. It was constantly snowing. Internet was constantly fading in and out, and it just sucked.
Yeah.
So
hope that's the end of that.
With regards to the match, with regards to the match coming out here tonight or today, I keep saying tonight. I'm used to casting it like 8 o'clock at night. With regards to the match coming out here today, we had a pretty significant balance change to a number of heroes just in this previous week here. In your opinion, who was naughty and who was nice?
Oh, man, are you talking about the balance patch, or are you talking about the Ragnaros coming out?
Yes.
Yes, because I didn't know that there was a balance patch.
We're talking about the
Ragnaros coming out.
Ragnaros coming out. We're talking about the reworks on Diablo and Artanis, all those changes that have been made that significantly are impacting a lot of the warriors.
Ragnaros is as broken as he was at BlizzCon.
Ragnaros is on the naughty list. He's on the naughty list. He's getting coal for Christmas.
Yeah.
I feel like Diablo is on the nice list. And I feel like Artanis is the redheaded middle child that got a cursory gift, and we're going to find out whether or not that gift is actually good in the long run.
Yep. So...
Stop hiding the hat, brother. What's up with... There we go. Come on. Show that hat off. Let's see that hat. Bring it closer to the camera here.
Alrighty. There we go. Wait, does that work?
Nice.
Yeah, I gotta like aim it in the right direction. Otherwise, it's just a white like layer.
This is production value here. We strive for the best in hat production value.
Hats and headsets do not work well. Hold on.
No, they don't. It took me forever to pull this thing over my head. If I ever have to take my headset off, it'll take me like a good solid 5 minutes back.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get this draft going because we do have 2.5 hours to finish this, but we do want to.
With that, the last 2 members of Brawls Deep do actually.
Okay. Well.
So we are 100% ready to go here.
All right.
So yeah, let's get this show on the road, sir.
All right. Draft link is going to go out here. And let's see here. So while I'm doing the technicals here, you know what to do.
Oh yeah, we're going to talk about today's brew. God, I did it again. I'm too used to casting in the middle of the night. So it's a little bit early. It's only 2:00 where I am. So we're going with something a little softer, a little smoother here today. God, it's gonna take a drink every time I do that. We're drinking just a nice solid Guinness draft. This is like a staple in my household. This is one of the first beers I probably actually drank, and it's like 10 degrees out where I'm living, so this works pretty nicely given the current situation.
All right.
So let's talk about this draft coming up. We got those fancy, lovely new card backs that all of our participating teams will be receiving in some way, shape, or form, if I'm not mistaken. Very nice. And we're waiting on both teams to ready up. So, Towers of Doom. Let's talk about Towers of Doom. Let's talk about which heroes are naughty and nice on this map. Objective of Towers of Doom, you have to channel it. So, long range, safe poke is very effective, very useful on this map. And
what? Wait, what? It didn't warn me this time.
I'm looking at it right now.
What the heck?
Dude, this is a serious issue, man.
Yeah, this is gonna be this is where I actually, god damn it. What the heck, Obia?
We gotta figure that out, bro. Wait, there we go. So long range poke super effective on this map, very critical in interrupting those objectives, in buying your team time. And Brawls Deep and USC have initiated the draft. They are ready to go. And let's see what the first pick in the first ban is for Brawls Deep. Any initial thoughts here, buddy?
Well, the globals are still really powerful. Oh, I'm sorry. This is a best of one. I apologize.
This is a best of one. Indeed.
This is a best of one. I thought we were doing the the best of 3 stuff already.
Not quite yet. We're gonna get to the best of 3 when we get to the quarterfinals.
Okay. Yep. So probably the globals are still going to be addressed right now. Dahaka's. I don't know. Do you think Dahaka's more powerful or less powerful right now?
I think he's right. Basically in the exact same spot where he was. He has to be played a little bit differently, but I don't think he became more or less useful as a result of his changes. Tassadar is the first ban, for Brawls Deep, and that's interesting because now USC is in an interesting situation. Ragnaros is out there and he's terrifying. He's getting coal. He's been naughty to the balance charts. And Ragnaros is banned by USC.
Of course.
Brawls Deep now, I mean, there's a lot of heroes that recently have come into play. Diablo is absolutely devastating right now. And this map has a lot of choke points. The actual objectives are usually, pretty tightly constrained areas. Brawls Deep has, the lion's share of the pick here with their first picks, and I would be surprised to see them go for one of those recently developed warriors here. We see Zarya picked up by Brawls Deep. That's huge long-range poke from her, as well as being able to support either divers or other tanks. Really versatile first pick here from Brawls Deep.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably going to try to do a lot of pushing pushing their weight around. Traditionally, we found them to do the one tank, two mages, one melee DPS, one healer comp very, very often. I mean, it's hard to say how many times they've deviated from that, but most often when I think of Brawls Deep, I think the standard comp. So Zarya actually provides a little bit of an opportunity to switch up from that.
And we do see USC pick up Diablo and Malfurion. And Diablo, like I said, one of those recently reworked tanks that is just absolutely making a splash in the meta right now. Malfurion, still one of the most prominent healers in the game. So good at keeping those heroes topped off. So good at improving mana efficiency amongst the healer, the other.
Give him the D.
Game.
That D is really really fast.
You get a D. Tyke is picked up by Brawls Deep, an excellent response to the absolutely titanic HP pool of Diablo, and another long range poke with that grenade really helps with stalling out those objectives, mitigating those objectives. If Brawls Deep does not expect to be, in control of those objectives, they're really playing the map effectively so far in terms of this draft.
Yep, and Brightwing picked up. So there's our first global. Pre Ragnarok's patch, I would have said all globals all the time, but with the power coming in from Diablo and Malfurion, I don't know that maybe there's options now for counterplay in terms of.
And the nerfs to those globals were, they're noticeable. They're 10 seconds sounds insignificant if you're living in a bubble, but it is significant in the context of this game. We see ETC banned by USC. They're looking to implement a bit of a tank choke here. Zarya is acceptable as a solo tank, but at high levels of play, you really want a dedicated engager, someone who can really lay into and open a fight. We see Dahaka banned by eliminating that other potential global. So
Dahaka is so scary on this map.
There's a lot of bushes surrounding those objective areas. Being able to split push and bring down those pumpkin camps, being able to push those lanes up, really beneficial. And with Dahaka off the board, that really limits USC's potential global heroes. Their Falstad's still on the table, and I'm trying to see if there's anybody else who could really effectively work. Mostly just Falstad.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, the other heroes are probably not as valuable on this map. I'm trying to think here. USC is probably gonna go to Warrior against this. Well, actually, no. They have Tychus. Never mind.
You can't walk that into Tychus.
No, you can't walk that.
You see Vala picked up by USC. I mean, somebody was gonna get her eventually. She's super good, dude. We're offline again.
I know. It's really, really annoying. Just keep going.
Okay. So Vala got picked up by USC, and I'd like to see one more melee assassin to get picked up here. Not necessarily a warrior. Alarak might not be a bad choice here. Kerrigan might not be a bad choice here. The problem is dealing with those Zarya shields. I am just worried about Tychus being able to chew through a tank. And Tyrael was picked up. That is interesting. So we have two warriors picked into Tychus. And does that tell me that they're going for another melee diver potentially, like Alarak, like Kerrigan? We see Zeratul picked up by Brawls Deep. I do like Zeratul a lot. I like Zeratul, and Abathur is finished to round out the competition. So Zarya as the solo tank from Brawls Deep, I actually do like Brawls Deep's composition. If they're concerned about a sanctification push, if they're concerned about a melee diver like, say, Illidan, going in material to eliminate a hero like Tychus, a void prison in the correct position will help mitigate sanctification. And with Abathur copying potentially Zeratul, copying potentially Zarya. You could have a ton of damage, or you could have a ton of damage mitigation available to you at any time. So what's the last pick from USC? We're going to have to find out here. And they go with Jaina. So, a very nice sort of like well-rounded composition coming from USC. Brawls Deep going with a somewhat unusual solo tank Zarya to try and, I guess, I feel like they're looking to play the map a bit more aggressively or technically than USC. You've got lots of interrupts, you've got lots of basically stops with Zeratul, and you've got Brightwing potentially getting Emerald Wind. You've got a lot of disengage tools, so the weakness of Zarya in that she has like limited engagement and disengagement tools is somewhat mitigated by the rest of the team composition. We're gonna see how this goes, buddy. Yeah, I like this so far. Brawls Deep, they are a solid team. They're a smart team, and I feel like they would, they've got a feel for this composition on this map. USC is gonna have to bring out their A game to see if they can, dent the armor of this powerhouse, this Chair League powerhouse.
And what a powerhouse they are. I mean, this is a titan, if you ever were to compare it to mythological creatures. I mean, they've been around for many, many seasons, or all the seasons, frankly, and they have dominated every single one. So Brawls Deep has their reputation on the line here, and USC has a heck of a wall to scale here.
Yeah, it's going to be an Olympic effort or an Olympian effort to knock off Brawls Deep here, and I'm looking forward to this match. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and we are starting off here this game between Brawls Deep and USC. So yeah, we're just gonna have to see who's got the will to do it here. Do you have any initial thoughts just from your gut? Do you like a specific side of this draft or not?
Diablo Tyrael is very, very powerful. I really like them. And Malfurion's control over some of the points, he can poke for days. Malfurion has his long-range W, has, a lot of point control, has choke control, rather. And there are a lot of chokes on this map. And Tyrael actually has the other option, other than Sank, has the option of Judgment. I'm not going to discount it, especially paired with Diablo's Apocalypse. Or Apocalypse, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, APOC. I'm sorry, I always hear APOC and I never think out loud the complete name of the ability. APOC paired with Judgment can really stun and identify one person to just outright delete.
Yeah, and I mean, they have a lot of deletion potential. Malfurion with Roots combined with Jaina and Vala means if that one person is caught, and, Brightwing is not the most optimal healer to take Cleanse on, that one person is caught, they are going to explode under the power of USC. So in the left-hand side, in the blue corner here, we've got Brawls Deep. We've got the Next Slash on Zeratul. We've got Crunkjuice on Tychus. Tiger on Brightwing, FC Mission on Abathur, and Special on in the red corner on the right-hand side here, we've got Apocalypse on Tyrael. We've got Tom on Diablo, Zadalva on Malfurion, in terms of on Jaina, and Time on Vala.
Alrighty. And
match going here as both teams move their way towards middle.
Yeah, we'll have some esports up in the middle here, but they being Brawls Deep actually has a little bit of a downside here in terms of the initial esports, and because they only have an Abathur. Abathur is not going to be participating in this first bit of esports, so unless they can identify one person overextending just slightly, they're not going to be able to kill off anyone.
Yeah, the hat helps, but you have to respect the fact that every initial early fight here is going to be a 5-on-4 in terms of just the bodies on the field, and both teams moving out to start the lanes.
Yep, and Brawls Deep is really trying to. Oh my gosh, Tom is going down. Wow, that is a quick snipe there on Diablo. Not having enough souls there to regen back in 3 seconds either. So
he just started the game. He's level 1. He's wearing all whites. He has not picked up any good loot yet, and it's going to take him some time.
And you know what the thing is? He took Bulwark. He didn't take...
Bulwark is the new hot. We've seen that resistance.
Okay. New type, you're cutting out a little bit. You know what? Hold on. Hopefully, I wonder if you can like just quiet down a little bit, like rather than yelling into the mic. I don't know. I wonder if that will fix the problem.
We're gonna chill this one, and we're gonna go to the Bob Ross level.
Yeah, there you go.
See that Jane.
Yeah, so Jane has got hit with a couple of those mines, and Venom Nest actually taken, so that's going to severely impact the gank potential of any
rotation.
Any rotations. So it looks like Brawls Deep is going to take the early advantage here with with 2 camps taken, but Next Slash is getting really low here, trying to finish off tea time, and Zeratul does get picked off.
Yeah. And Brawls looking to get really aggressive on that 3rd point, getting a little bit greedy. Do lose some members, but it's an even 2-for-2 trade so far, with Tom going a little bit ham, looking for Special T. Does not finish the kill, though. In terms of, though, is there to mop up what's left. So it is 2 for 1 in the terms of the tower shots, 36 to 32. And level 4 achieved by both teams. Going to take a quick peek here.
Wow, that was a bloody first objective. That's 5 kills on Brawls Deep side and 3 kills on USC side. That is one of the more bloody initial 3 tower phases.
3 tower phases, and we're seeing a Q build from Zarya. So she is going to be looking to specialize into poking with that Q. Vala going hot pursuit and then puncturing arrow. So the extra bounces helping to potentially lock in some of those points. Looking for Next Slash isolated by Tom. No big deal. Tom has to hustle out and get the field. No one in mid lane at the moment. There's a little bit of XP there, but Abathur does get the hat off and get just a little smidgen of that XP. Slight lead to Brawls Deep there in that department. They're about to have level 7, maybe another wave or 2 will put them there. As it looks like USC is moving from bot lane to middle, but those great Abathur mines does help spot the position, and a lot of hurt going on. Man, Crunk Juice has been just absolutely just locked on to Tom there, looking for natural damage from the rhythm.
Yeah, that infested tyke is really showing off his minigun. Really proud of the rate of fire of that minigun there. And Crunk Juice, wow, just really pushing forward, actually doing a mini charge. I don't know if that was a misclick in terms of and trying to get a little extra damage in.
Oh, we've got an altar spawning in the bot lane here, and right now this is slightly in favor of Brawls Deep. They have Zarya on her way down. Apocalypse only just now starting to hustle down, is going to be slowed by those Abathur mines. Those deadly Abathur mines are going to make that rotation painfully slow as more damage is heaped onto Tom in the bot lane. I mean, and with that, Brightwing does manage to cap. Tiger hustling back to continue healing the team, and that's another altar going in favor of Brawls Deep.
Yeah, that's... Ooh, it's going to be a rough climb here, back from 28 to 36 for USC, especially with a lot of... Yeah, I mean, the mine build from Abathur coming out is really frustrating for USC to deal with. Just every single rotation is slowed, doing so much damage towards the back end, the backline people as well. Like, just they're in it to be obnoxious as heck, and boy are they. But Crunk Juice getting sniped a little bit.
This is a really good move from USC. They need to force an issue. They need to pressure right now before Brawls Deep gets level 10. They'd have it at the next temple phase, the next altar phase, which would be devastating. Huge critical pickups here for USC. They've got to get on the map. They've got to start soaking some of that XP now, or pushing a lane. And they've got to bridge this XP gap before the next altar phase, because you're playing against Abathur. You want to be winning these early altar phases. Every fight is 4-on-5, or 4-on-5.5 if you want to be technical. Once things start getting past level 10, once Abathur starts working that ultimate evolution into the team fight, I mean, they have a Zera tool that they can pop ultimate evolution on, and he can basically just suicide the back line for no cost.
Oh yeah, and with that, partial health backliner with all those mines on the field, you're just gonna see Zeratul finish off a ton, or even Abathur Zeratul finish off a ton of these squishies. And with 2 towers spawning at level 10 advantage for Brawls Deep, USC knows better than to try to engage this.
Yeah, we do see time getting almost picked off by the Zeratul. Eventually is cleaned up by the next slash, and both teams are actually duking it out. It's a 10v9 fight, and I mean, this is classic. Why you don't do this? 2-for-0 picked off by Brawls Deep, and they're able to grab at least one of these altars here. Looks like Crunk Juice is going to be moving to the mid lane altar and grabbing that one.
No surprise there. Twilight Dream coming out from Malfurion. I am surprised. I'll be honest with you. I am surprised. They need some heals from all those mines.
It does give them an opportunity to lock down the next flash. It does end up in the back. But, I mean, the team fight absolutely in favor of Brawls Deep here. They managed to bring down Tyrael and Vala. I mean, that Vala has got to stay alive. She's the most consistent. With, Jaina providing intermittent bursts of damage. And with that, Brawls Deep and
Brawls Deep is picking up the boss here. Very, very on point in terms of what they need to be doing. In terms of his coming in to face check that, really, really bad idea to face check that. With Malfurion, you shouldn't be face checking these things. You should be dropping a W in and that use that to check. But Jaina does, and Jaina does suffer for that and gets blown up. So everyone is coming out. It is a 1-for-0, or actually, sorry, did I miss Zarya and Zeratul dying?
Zarya and Zeratul went down as a result there, but with that push forward to the wall and with the level 13s coming in, USC decided they had gotten enough that they needed and backed up to their own lanes. We see in terms of working that bottom pumpkin stapper camp, Zildova from Zidova in the mouth. Next flash does spot this out. It's a little bit of done. Lots of damage going in, blinking in aggressively. He's gonna have to hustle out here. Burning Void versus Tiger with the Emerald Wind, but the roots from Malfurion they keep in here, and that's how disengage effectively. Close call there potentially for the next.
And with the 13-12 advantage here on the side of Brawls Deep, they really need to be very careful with this. I know it is a 4-on-5, but do not neglect the helpfulness of Abathur's abilities.
It's Poppy Zeratul, they're looking at Jaina, and they do find it. Down goes terms of.
Yeah, a little bit of a wasted Sank there. Sank was sort of dropped for no particular regard. And Tyrael does go down on the front line there, doing next to no damage with his death.
4-for-0, and Brawls Deep is going to have ample time to bring down the bottom court, then circle back to the altar here, maximizing the number of power shots they get.
And Malfurion,
remember, if you're in your Hero League games or if you're in your Team League games and you've got a good opportunity to, you've got a good team fight, see if you can get those 4 towers. See if you can bring those towers down front. Tapping those towers. So that's 5 shots in favor of Brawls.
Yeah, but Special T here in a little bit of danger with Crunk Juice rotating up, but Crunk Juice and Special T, Hatted Special T actually drives back a four-person yank attempt there at Specialty. Wow, that's some respect right there. When you can,
they're inches away from 16. So a lot of, Brightwing is a global. So even though it was a 2-on-4, it could have been a 3.5-on-4 at the blink of an eye.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's for sure. That hat really puts you down at not puts you down a notch, but that you really forget about that hat very often.
Help. It's something.
Oh, sorry, you're fading out.
All right.
And those mines, let's talk about these mines real quick. Holy crap. Basically peppered.
Yeah, it's really beneficial. FC Ignition quietly, pushing top lane.
Oh boy. And this fight in bottom here is going to be very dangerous. That sank very, very effective right there.
Yeah, really nice. Keeps the laser off the majority of the team. Gives them an opportunity to try and squeeze some damage in. But Apocalypse very low at the moment. Needs to get topped off from Malfurion. Does that. But they're pinned in. They're pushing those pumpkin sappers forward. One does go down. Two goes down. And that's successful defense from USC, keeping those pumpkin zappers out.
Nope.
But at what cost? Jaina goes down, and so does Apocalypse. Fantastic shot from, I believe it's Tiger there.
Yeah. And Specialty with those particle grenades also doing a crap ton of work. But I do want to say, oh my gosh, what an attempt to snipe Tea Time. So cheeky.
The next flash there.
I said earlier about that Twilight Dream. Oh my gosh, look at all these mines. Look at all these mines. And FC Ignition is taking that altar. He doesn't care. He's
landed. He gets out. He burrows to the second altar.
And Tom is in danger. He's going to walk through all of these mines. Oh, no, actually, it's going to be the end of the game right here.
Yeah, he's super dead.
Yeah.
But that is it. GG. Brawls Deep with a clinical Towers of Doom game, winning 36-0 or 36-0 there. And yeah, really solid game. They let FC Ignition get the soak that he needed to keep them ahead in levels. They won those critical early game altars, which theoretically should go in favor of USC, and they won the team fights cleanly. They got a hold of in terms of frequently in those early fights, and were able to bring him down with either the double Zeratools, or in the case of Tom with double Tychuses. Really solid stuff. I have to commend FZ Ignition. I feel like he always cloned exactly the person that was needed in every fight.
Mm-hmm. Well, not to mention that that just cheeky Abathur grab at the end for one of the towers with the setup of the number of mines. I mean, that
it was like the demilitarized zone between North and South Korea. It was like South Korea, USC, North Korea, the realm of Abathur.
Mm-hmm.
All hail our new Abathur overlords.
Yeah, that was scary for and look at that soak XP contribution, double anyone else's. Almost triple some people's, actually. And you know what? This is the map that Abathur excels on. This Towers of Doom is one of the best maps for Abathur, and you can definitely see it here. Just getting that siege damage in, there's always something to push on this map. There's only one set of towers. They regenerate, and the rotations mean that you have a chance to basically leave a lane alone. Leave whatever lane Abathur's in alone, and so you only have to focus on 2 lanes.
And the lack of a global presence from USC meant that they really had to commit to those altars early and quickly, and leave the globals of Brawls Deep to their own devices for far longer than I feel you probably want to. Brightwing was able to push lanes where she needed, and Abathur was able to push lanes where he needed, with very little opportunity for counterplay from USC.
Yeah. So one thing I do want to point out is Malfurion took Twilight Dream. I disagreed with that, and actually during one of the later fights, he couldn't keep the entire team up. He had a lot of trouble keeping the team up, especially that was the defense of those 3 sappers.
Pumpkin sappers. Yeah, I was thinking that exact same situation. I mean, Twilight Dream is pretty, consistently picked nowadays, and I can see its benefit in sort of handicapping Zeratul. Like, Zeratul gets in on your lines, you get the Twilight Dream off, and suddenly, Zeratul can't blink away, he can't evade, and you just nuke the Zeratul. I feel like they never got an opportunity to execute that. They never got an opportunity to really bring Zeratul down in that ideal situation. Other things like preventing Brightwing from getting off, the disengages, preventing Zarya. I just feel like they never got the opportunity to really use that ability the way they probably wanted to. And that's testament to the positioning on, Tiger, on Crunk Juice and Specialty, keeping things spread out far enough that Twilight Dream's effectiveness was minimized pretty severely here.
Yeah, it really didn't show itself. I think I saw it once, maybe used once, and really Malfurion would have benefited a lot more, or rather, their team USC would have benefited a lot more from what's the other one? Tranquility. Thank you. Sorry, my brain was just paused there for a second.
Look at that damage from Zarya. So Zarya going with the Demolitions Expert pinpoint accuracy build, the Q build, actually out damaging Tychus on a team with 2 tanks.
Yeah,
that is accuracy right there. That is an effective use of the hero, and that's a lot of damage. It's hard to beat a percentage-based damage hero in damage against 2 tanks. Like, there's no beating around the bush there. So, in summation, great game from USC and a great game from Brawls Deep. We're going to be taking a brief break here, I think, for about 30 minutes, maybe a little less.
Yeah.
And our next game is going to be at the top of the hour, and it's going to be the quarterfinals, pardon me. And we're going to find out who that is, who that match is when we get there.
Yep. So join us back in a few, and we'll hopefully get the OBS streaming issues solved by then. So,
all right. Cheers.